Yeah, so I mean, a few refutations that I would kind of give is what Miller is saying is that the nation's under invasion, and that in times of invasion, habeas corpus has been suspended, which is true. We can look at World War II, what happened with the Japanese there.
But we're
There's,
not under invasion. We're not being invaded.
I don't, I thought I could make a statement. No.
You can, but you're not gonna lie. We're not being invaded.
Well, I mean, that's a matter of perspective. I think we are.
Who's invading us?
Well, I believe that most of the people who are coming up who are trying to claim that they're refugees are not actually refugees from anything, and they're abusing the
Mhm.
system. And I think that illegal migration and that the abuse, the rampant abuse of the system, the overstays, the H-1B visa, is invasion. I think it is invasion, absolutely. And I think that foreign governments give incentives to their
Who's specific?
citizenry to do this because they know
Who
that they're.
specifically?
Yeah, okay.
Who
Well,
who's invading us?
I
I
would
mean, we
say.
can ramble all day about what invasion means. We know what
Mhm.
invasion means. Who specifically is invading the
Well,
United States?
I would consider.
Are we
Yeah, I'm trying to answer, dude. You got to let me though.
the 8800 white Afrikaners?
Yeah, can I answer or no?
Are they invading us?
Are you going to let me answer or not?
I'm asking you a
Well,
question.
I'm trying
Are
to
the
answer it.
8800 white Afrikaners invading us? Yes or no?
Yeah, no, that's not what I mean by invasion. We would have to take
Who's
the
invading
situ.
us?
Well, I'm trying to answer your question, dude. So we'd have to take the totality of what's going on with immigration policy and the overstays, the H-1B visa, the amount of illegal immigration which has occurred over especially the last 30 years. You're talking about a
Mhm.
population that went from 150 million to 330 million with a declining birth rate. That sure looks like it's an invasion to me and to most people. So, like she makes the statement here. Well, look at what the Southern Poverty Law Center has said about Stephen Miller. Well, the Southern Poverty Law Center has been successfully sued for millions of dollars for defamation against many people.
What are you talking about, man? I want you to speak on the 8800 white Afrikaners who we are
What does that have to
importing here
do
into our
with
country
what? What
because
does that
that's the
have to do with
topic,
what I'm
and the
saying?
fact that we're subsidizing those YT people who are coming from South Africa. They're getting free housing, they're getting free food, they're getting free cell phones. Everything is free for them.
Yeah, I'll
What do you
explain.
think about
Yeah,
them?
I
What
think
do you
that
think?
since
I do want to respond
they're
to you.
getting unalived in
Andrew,
in their origination, they actually do have legitimate
hold on.
They're
refugee
not
Let
getting
status.
me let me
unalive.
let me
They're not.
clarify on something
Yes,
that
they
Andrew
are.
is saying.
Apartheid is real, and they are
No,
getting unalived.
stop it. You're not going to tell me
Andrew.
the YT people who
Stop!
started
You stop
apartheid
lying
in
about
South
South
Africa are
Africa.
getting
They
Andrew,
are. They
unalived.
hold on.
are.
No,
Hold on a
don't
Y-
second, Andrew.
control
Hold on a
yourself.
second.
Control yourself.
Let
You
me
cut me off.
clarify. Let me clarify on something that you're misinforming us on some statistics. The immigrants that are here, when we look at, depending on what demographic you're speaking of, there isn't a declining birth rate. When we look at the percentages of immigrants that are here, actually the contrary is true. And I also want to say that the Supreme Court has ruled against this administration trying to use the Aliens and Enemies Act, basically claiming exactly what you're saying. So, do you want us to believe you above what the Supreme Court has ruled?
Yeah. So the Supreme Court, right, as Jackson said, they can rule what they want, but they are not the chief enforcer. The president's job of the.
You don't. Why should we believe you over the
Oh,
Supreme
am I
Court?
not allowed to respond?
Who are you? Why should we
Who are
believe you
you?
over the
Like, who
Supreme
are any
Court?
of us? Who's anybody? What do you mean?
Who are you? Hold on one second.
He's the commander in chief.
No, I
He's the
want you to
commander in chief.
speak on the 8,800 white South Africans who are coming to our country, and we now have to subsidize them. Stop
Okay.
talking about brown people.
Okay, I
Because
will.
hold on, you racist folk are too preoccupied with brown and black communities. Speak about your community.
Okay.
We have 8,800 white South Africans
They won't
on
let
the
me
way
talk.
to America who we have to take care of. Speak about that.
Okay, I'll
So
speak
wait,
about
hold on
that.
a
So
second.
here's
Hold
what's
on,
going
Andrew. Hold on
on.
one second.
Can I
Hold on,
answer the
because
question?
you're
I'm not allowed to
giving
answer. You just asked me.
Yeah, but
Why can't
hold
I
on a second,
answer?
because you're giving information that's not accurate.
So
Are
I
you
haven't
trying
even
to say?
answered. What do you mean?
Okay, Andrew. Again,
Are you
hold
getting
on a
upset,
second.
Andrew?
So you're just
We're
going to mute
going
me
to
the whole
allow you
time?
to respond.
I
We're
fucking
going to allow
promise.
you
Go
to
ahead.
respond. Hold on a second. Are you trying to claim that the executive branch has ultimate power above the judicial branch?
Okay.
So
Well,
therefore, would the Supreme Court? Hold on. Let me, because what you're saying is inaccurate when we speak on the structure of our government and constitutionally, this is the structure of the government, is what the Constitution has set in order, right? So you're saying that the Supreme Court's ruling has nothing to do with the executive branch So
No.
therefore, your conclusion is that the executive branch holds more power than the judicial branch?
It always has, and I'll explain why. Even so, first, let's back up. I'll answer his question, then I'll answer yours if you'll allow me. So to answer to the first question, hang on. Can I? I'm talking about the.
No, you cannot change the topic because this is not your panel. I want you to speak on the 8,800 YT
Okay,
South
yes, well,
Africans who are on their way to America, and we have to subsidize them. Speak on that.
Okay, I'll speak
Let me
to.
clarify.
You're still not going to let me talk?
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
He's a racist. He's gonna lie.
Well, why won't you let me? Why won't you let me respond?
I know, but I want to clarify.
He
I
knows
want to
that
clarify too.
Go ahead, Skip. Go ahead and clarify. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. What he's saying is not true. The executive branch does not hold more power than the judicial. All three branches of government are co-equal when it comes to the power by the Constitution. The president doesn't hold the power to translate.
Not even going to be allowed to make a
the
case.
Judicial branch, and the judicial branch can make rulings to call what the president is doing unconstitutional and therefore overriding what he is trying to enact, which is exactly what's happening. So that's untrue.
Exactly.
Go ahead, Andrew.
Okay, so I'll respond to both points. The first point on the YT people who are coming here, these are refugees who are being attacked in their home nations by the African government, which is there, who is literally in South Africa. They have been attacking white farmers for years and stealing their lands.
Pull up the source. Go find. Show me the source. I need the number of refugees who have been unalived in South Africa. Go find the source.
How is this their native nation? They are immigrants. They are of Dutch descent, Dutch and French descent. How is this they're not indigenous to this land?
Why would that matter? Why would that matter?
Because you just said that this was their home nation.
No, I said that that's
not their home nation.
no. Listen, they have farms.
They're immigrants.
They have farms. No one's allowed to talk except you guys. Can I just make the case? I'm not even allowed to make the case. This is so funny.
Hold on 1 second. Go find the source, man. Why would y'all allow racists to spin in circles and entertain these maggots in the chat? Andrew, cite the source in terms of the number of YT South Africans who have been unalived. If you cannot cite the source, stop lying.
Okay, so I can cite
the source.
Yeah, okay.
I don't care about your opinion.
Okay, there's multiple MSNBC and Fox News articles which show that what's been going on in South Africa is that YT farmers have been moved off of their land, their farms, right? This has been going on for.
.gov, man.
This has been.
We don't cite Fox News articles.
Why not? No, but not MSNBC articles either, which point to it.
No, that's not a source.
Okay, what source would be appropriate for you? And I'll pull it up.
CNN. That's not a source.
Yeah, what source would be appropriate for you? I'll pull it up from that source.
Something with some government backing.
Okay, so if I give you a .gov source that shows that YT farmers have been moved off their land by government decree in South Africa, that would be okay?
I don't care about them being moved. You said unalive.
Yeah, dude. Oh, so it's okay for them to kick those guys out, but it's not okay for us to kick people out.
Andrew, hold up. Don't let him off the hook because he's right where I want him. He's lying about them being unalive. He's talking about getting moved off the land. Give me the source in terms of them being unalive.
I just wanted to say this real quick. And look, y'all could crucify me all y'all want after I say this. I wouldn't give a if they taking their land. That does not matter. You're talking about a group of YT people that went down to a country they don't belong in, went and ravaged those people and took that was never theirs to.
That isn't what happened.
Now you're complaining. Yes, it is.
No.
You need to look up the history.
No, it isn't. That's not what happened with the Boers. You are lying, sir. You're lying. You're lying.
Black people, and now you're upset.
No, that's not what happened.
Taking back their. No, you're lying.
No, you're lying, and I can prove it.
You need to look up the history of.
Okay, tell me the history of the Boers, sir. Tell me the history of the Boers. Go ahead.
Gaslight me with your racist.
Yeah, you're just lying, dude. You're lying.
No, you're lying.
No, you're lying. That was a Dutch settlement. What do you mean?
No, it was. How the
Yes, it was.
country that never belonged to you.
What? How did it? Wait a second. So does this country belong to you? Does this country belong to you when he took it from natives?
Talking about when we have conversations with y'all racist. Y'all go down.
You're not having a conversation. You're a mute queen. You're just mute.
Because the white minority
Mute queen.
no longer control the population or policy. That's what's going on. That's exactly what's going on down there. And you're racist.
Yeah. Okay. All you do is
Now
mute.
I'm done.
All you
Now
do is
can
mute.
speak. You ain't got no privilege up here.
Cite the source, man.
Yeah, so
Cite the
I'll
source.
respond to one argument at a time. So
want
his
you to
argument
cite
here,
the source.
that's
I
great.
want
Let
you
me
to
respond
cite-
to his
listen,
argument.
You said y'all been unalived. I want you
Why
to cite
can
the
I
source.
okay.
I want the .gov for YT Africans being unalive, not moved off the land. You said they were under attack and being unalive. Cite the source.
Yeah, if
I
you
don't
destroy
care about your little racist pack of wild dogs down in the comments. You're not winning. Cite the source. You're just a racist with bigger words than these morons in the chat. Cite the source or shut up.
Okay. So if you want this, you can get it. You can get this information
.gov.
directly from, in fact, the CIA wrote an entire dossier on what.
Give me the .gov. Give me the .gov.
Okay, I'll give you the .gov, but give me a second to pull it up. In the meantime, can I at least refute this guy's argument while I pull the source? Is that okay?
No, because you're
No,
lying.
so I'm not allowed. Basically, you just don't want me to talk.
Why would we allow you to lie?
Right, you just don't allow me to talk. Why do you even have
You
these
just
panels,
told me
dude?
that YT South Africans were being unalive.
Yeah,
That's
if
a
you
lie.
did, first of all, if you destroy a person's livelihood, you are unaliving them essentially.
Well, why the would you colonize South Africa in the first place?
Well, I'm sorry.
Are the French and Dutch Africans? Are they Africans?
Do you deserve this land then? It was colonized from Indians. Do you deserve this land?
Africans.
Are you Native American?
I am.
No, you're not. You're full of it. You're not Native American.
Look at my
What
face.
tribe? What tribe are you from?
Look at my
The made it
face.
the up tribe? Is that the
You
tribe
don't
you're
like
from?
that. You don't like that, do you?
You're not. You're not Native American. You're full of it.
Andrew, cite the source for me.
Yes,
baby.
cite the
Cite the source.
cite the source. You're Native American.
Cite the
My
source.
great grandmother is Choctaw, full blood.
Yeah, my great grandma's Arapaho. Say, prove it. Prove it.
I don't have to prove.
Yeah, that's right. Because you can't. You guys are liars. You're just trying to do stolen. You're trying to do victim stolen valor. Stolen valor. Stolen valor.
Cite the source.
Stolen valor.
Cite the source.
Calm down, Elizabeth Warren.
Cite
Give
the
us
source.
the source.
Yes.
Cite the source.
Yes, hang
Cite
on.
the
I'll
source,
pull it
liar.
up.
That's the source.
I'll cite just the source. Give me a second.
Come with the source, you liar. You're a racist liar.
Mm-hmm.
And your minions won't change that. W. Andrew. W's in the chat for the racist Andrew.
Oh my god.
So can y'all put me
Now,
up on
give
the
me a
big screen
second
real
here
quick?
while his minions here. I want to give them this information about these poor, raggedy, conservative dogs in America. 9 of our 10 poorest states are Republican states. All 10 of our unhealthy states are all Republican states. In terms of lack of education, 8 of those 10 states are Republican states. 85% of Republicans are YT people. You're doing horrible. The average age of a YT person in this country is 45 years old. We have the worst birth rate in America. You have the highest infant mortality rate here in America. You're doing terrible. And this is why you're importing white people from South Africa. That's what I want them to know while they're in the chat. Give a fuck about this racist Andrew. This is a wild dog that deserves to be put down. Give a fuck how many words out the dictionary.
You're threatening me?
You're a racist dog.
Threatening me now? We're doing threats now? Is that's what you're doing?
I just wanted to clarify some information that you said.
Mm-hmm.
As it says up here, while South Africans are known for the history of extreme racism, white South Africans towards the black South Africans. It is also as history of conflict between the primary YT group of European ancestry. The two main YT groups immigrated to South Africa. Are you seeing this? What was made up? They never belonged there. And you're mad because they went and unalived groups of black people and they're taking their back. You're a racist and you're a liar and you spread misinformation.
So I'm sorry. Do you deserve to live on this land stolen from Native Americans, sir?
Hold up. If we talk about black people, we didn't want to come here.
Yeah. Well, neither did I. I was born here. What's your point, dude?
We did not drag ourselves.
Oh, you think so? You think that white baby's born in South Africa?
Ancestors.
Uh-huh.
Barbaric ancestors
Uh-huh.
brought us here.
So just to get this right, white South African babies deserve it because they were born there, right? That's your argument.
To point out the point that you were sitting there lying, talking about.
No, nobody was lying about anything. We can dive right through.
Lied.
No.
They did not.
No.
They were not from there.
No, I didn't. No. I said I didn't say they were from there. They didn't say they were native to it. That's not what I said. You're full of it. You're lying. You're lying. What's going on right now? They're refugees. Refugees because the government is crucifying them there.
You think we care about you coming in here with your little racist millions talking about W's in the
Yeah,
chat.
whatever. But you're an Indian, right? You're an Indian. You're an Indian. Yeah, tell me you're an Indian again, liar. Tell me you're an Indian.
Wild dog.
Indian.
How to create babies.